don't need to have experience to join.
You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners. 1 minute you're up $500,000 in soybeans and the next, boom, your kids don't go to college and they've repossessed your Bentley. Are you with me?
The revolution starts now.
We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Turn those machines back on!
And we have to start by building a wall, a big, beautiful, powerful wall.
Show me the money!
You are fake news.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
I don't know when they decided that they wanted to make a virtue out of selfishness.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on Earth.
Well, that's the revolution here on Lake Effect Radio. Streaming live at lakeeffectradio.org/studio. We have a special guest today. Miss Emily's here. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, just living a great dream.
Love that. Can't ask for more than that.
Well, you sort of have a busy thing talking with Paula on that from, God, I'm blanking now on her, on the record label.
Gypsy Soul Records.
I know,
yeah.
Right? Especially because I've been working with her quite often within the past, 3 weeks or 3 months.
She's a busy lady. Holy wow.
I know, right? Not only you've been busy on tour and that prior to now.
It's been really busy. It's been a very busy year, and it'll start to wind down after my Christmas shows. I do Christmas shows in December, and then I think the last one is the 12th, and then it starts. Then I have a few weeks to just chill and be a mom and a wife and a cook.
Fair enough.
And a cleaner.
Everyone needs that coffee break every once in a while.
Pardon me?
Everyone needs that coffee break for a little bit of a while.
Yes. Yeah. We don't, no paid vacation around here. So I just try and work as much as I can when the getting's good. And releasing a new record, took up extra time. That was money spent though, not so much, money earned, but that's the backside of it. So you have to make the investment before you can reap the reward.
No, fair enough. Well, we'll sort of get in different things about you. So what got you interested in going into music?
I was raised in a very musical household as a child. I'm really fortunate. A lot of vinyl records in my house, old soul music, and I really enjoyed, the opportunity to listen to music that my parents listened to. They had great music taste. And this was in the 80s, and I feel like not a ton of great music was made in the 80s to my taste. So I was really happy to have, those early influences and, kind of ring through the music I've made over the last 20 years.
Fair enough. Then we'll go, so what different artists inspires you?
I love Carole King. I love, oh gosh, there's so many. Aretha Franklin, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. I was a big fan of Sheryl Crow as a teenager. Mostly, she wrote a lot of great songs, and she was a great singer, and she played guitar. She was quite the badass.
More 90s or the early 2000s or overall?
I would say 90s, early 2000s for her. I don't listen to her as much these days, but it's sometimes I find it hard to find what we would call contemporary artists of the last 20, 30 years, because a lot of my influence came from old soul artists. So, but there's some really special ones out there. I mean, it's just my taste is kind of eclectic. And I listen to a lot of local music, the local music scene of where I'm from, Prince Edward County, which is an island in Lake Ontario, and Kingston, Ontario. The artists in those communities are part of the reason why I stay inspired and have continued to be inspired over the years.
Fair. Don't worry, we're going to get more into that. Not living with the influences. There's going to be sort of a change of pace sort of question. Well, actually, two different questions sort of going to that direction. So, actually, get to one of them of if you had a choice to work with anyone that inspires you, whether it's either perform, record with, who would it be?
Oh, I'd probably say Carole King. Yeah, I would love to spend time with her. I think she's really amazing. Her career has been so huge and so long. you know, she's done it for such a long time, and she really is one of those like performers, studio writers, session workers. I mean, she's done so many. She's worn so many hats over the years, and I have a lot of respect for that. And I would love to spend time, you know, in a studio with her. Be fun.
Fair enough. Could go to this one already, but so you made it as a mainstream act. You could have anyone perform for you or open for you. Who would it be?
Open for me. Oh,
I know that's always puts everyone on the spot there.
yeah, because it's usually a reverse thing. Who would you want to open for? So
That's what I meant by opposite way around.
I like it. No, I like that. Okay, so, you know, I am a real big believer in opportunities for artists who are new in their field. And I don't put an age on that. I don't want to say younger because it really, I guess, it comes down to people who are earlier in their journey. And that can be people who are, you know, maybe going into music as a new career well into their lives. So I would have to choose somebody, you know, from a local perspective. I'd have to choose somebody from my community at the time that would be the right fit. I mean, we have some really great performers in this community. I don't know that even it's, you know, there's a really great, I have a pal named Frank Ryan who, you know, I don't know if he'd be right for him to open for me particularly, maybe me opening for him, but he's a local guy, and he's originally from Ireland, and he lives here now, and he's really talented, and he's, you know, Rolling Stone has actually, you know, acknowledged him, and he's had some pretty cool career things happen, but he sings so soulfully and so beautifully and so intentionally. So, you know, it's not a huge mainstream artist, but it's someone who I believe would be a good fit for that, and also I think is really special talent.
Oh, that's good. Because, like, normally, like, when I answer or sort of ask that question, and over my years as a student and even now of when I sort of go and do that, of between, like, the local groups that we have over in Cleveland, that it's sort of like the half-half thing of bringing someone up from local, like you were saying. Some go, you know, looking, but it's like, well, that would be feel right. But if we could, that would be cool, you know, whether the Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever, you know.
I love that. Yeah, different perspectives on that, I guess.
I know, right? But off of that standpoint of, so a year from today, with you already have your new release album, what would you like to accomplish in a year?
Oh, for the next year, so we have the Canadian Grammys. They're called the Junos, and I would really love recognition from the Junos. I've been nominated once before. I would love to be nominated again, and I'd love to win. Honestly, that's what I would love to see happen in a year. I also have a friend who was recently nominated for a Grammy, and there's another really talented Canadian woman named Sue Foley who was nominated for a Grammy the year before. So last year's Grammy. So I would say, you know, I look at that as like a realistic goal now. And so I would love Grammy recognition too. And I have no problem saying it. You got to say it out loud, and you got to have dreams in order to, you know, make things happen. So that's one big aspect. I want to meet more people. I want to play more shows. I want to play more shows in new places. I really love the people aspect of this industry. I love meeting new folks. I was thinking about Ohio because I don't play in Ohio very much, but I do have a pal, Sheila, in Toledo, and we met literally because I was on her podcast, and she came to my show in Toledo, and we hit it off. And I think about, you know, you just never know where this business will take you, and so I just want to continue to be excited and surprised and in awe of the awesome places I'll go and awesome people I'll meet over the next year as well. And I want to sell a bunch of records. That too.
No, that's all good, and that should shoot for the Rock Hall. Occasionally over in the summer and that, they have different, you know, plays. Either, what was it? The one square downtown and that near Terminal Tower.
Oh,
and
awesome.
There, yeah, the Rock Hall occasionally, yeah, they've been doing stuff out there, concerts and that in the summer.
That's cool.
And
that's really cool.
Plus, another great resume piece of going and having a picture of a Rock Hall and that being on stage performing. That would just be cool.
You're right. That'd be a great photo.
I know, right? Got to set another goal for you. I'm really good at coming up with some good ideas.
No, thank you. I want to play more Ohio shows, so that sounds like a great place to start.
Very good. So, do you want to jump to one of your new tracks off your album?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
What would be your choice?
Why don't we start with My Freedom? It's the first track off the record, and it wasn't released as a single, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a good one for today.
Don't worry. Eventually, we'll have another interesting question here. Go ahead and make you pick your kids.
Pardon me?
Go ahead and make you pick your kids.
Yeah, I know it really is.
That's when I started. We'll get to that one, but it's almost like that.
No, you're right. I would agree with that. I think it's almost like that a lot. Yeah.
Very good. Here we go.
There ain't no use looking back when the past is dark and reckless, but my dreams appear suspended in a time I should forget. A positive demeanor keeps my life from being angry, but there are moments that I swear I feel your breath upon my neck. Fear is not forgiving, but this life is still worth living, and you may have tried to take it, but that was not my destiny. Now
Very nice. Love the
Thanks.
work.
Thank you.
You gotta appreciate our small studio audience too. We don't have the most biggest studio. Many people locally would, and even on campus right now, would agree with that. But we pay them very well to be very energetic. Don't worry, I do this all the time. So from that standpoint of, might as well go to the one question that of, so out of, in this, I sort of gear it at of, even if you have stuff that's in the works that you're about to go in the studio and record, what you have in the past. So out of the top, what would be your top 3 songs of yours?
Oh, wow. Now we're really picking children favorites. Okay. I can do this. I can answer this. I'm going to say, oh, my camera's doing this funny thing. I'm going to say The Sellout. It's a song I wrote a long time ago, probably over 15 years ago now. And it's on my live record, and it's also on my 2014 record, The Sellout. And do you remember the band, The Spin Doctors?
Yes.
So the lead guitar player is the guitar player on the original recording of that, on a baritone guitar. It's a really funky sound. He's such a unique player, and he's such a cool guy, and it's one of the reasons why I love that track so much.
Now I'm going to dig back to this because this seems interesting.
Yes, another fun fact, he introduced me to my husband now. So, the world is a very small place.
After this, I got some digging to do.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be the first one. The second one would be, I'm going to say, oh God, well, Hold Back the River is an audience favorite. So I would say it's one of my favorites too. And, it's about community. It's an anthem. It's a call and response song. People have to sing back. They don't have to, but they do. And I appreciate that. I play it at almost every single show. And when I don't play it, which is very rare, people are like, they want to know why I didn't play it. So I end up playing it a lot. And another one would be, I guess for my new record, actually, Stand Together, Band Together. It's another anthem type song. It's another song about community, about hope. Those are big themes in my writing these days, and I feel like that's a great way to stay tuned in with your audience. Is writing music specifically for them.
Not fair. That's a great sort of segue, sort of leading a few things we're going to nail into of. So with your songwriting process, how does that normally go? Do you just come up with the lyrics first, like the, melody? How does that go for you?
Every song's kind of different. Usually it happens pretty quickly. Sometimes I'll have pieces of a song and then I'll piece something together over years, but there's not really one specific process. I sometimes there's a topic that I want to address, and the easiest way to address it is essentially to start with lyrics and start with words that are important and go from there. But that's really not the only way I write it. There's so many different ways I write. It's like each song's a new adventure that way.
Not fair. Yeah, it's definitely, I know it's always sort of a different way of necessarily, but you ever have certain ones of you start developing and think it's like, well, I just don't got it. It's something missing, and you sort of shelve it to come back to it at some point in time too?
Absolutely. Those are the ones that I piece together generally. Yeah, I don't think that there's any one right way to write for me. So I try not to be too judgmental of pieces that come out, if it doesn't come out in the full capacity in one swing. I just try and remember that, it can sometimes take time. Some of my best work has taken time. So I just, shelve it. Exactly. I have it in the voice memo or in my writing book, and I just leave it for another day or another year, often as it is, which is fine. It's totally fine.
I even had that same problem with sweepers and that occasionally start developing it out, and it's like, don't lie, it's mostly there, but this sort of stinks. It's like, I'll get back to it. And sometimes it could come next day. Sometimes it could be a few months down the road.
Yeah, it's. I think it's just good to be patient with the process.
Fair. So from that standpoint out of the music scene, which it's somewhat different, especially now since we're getting now through Gypsy and that few different people from Canada, just like we had the Commodores on in September, now with you. So what do you like out of the music scene in Toronto?
So I'm not actually in Toronto. I'm like 2 hours, 2.5 hours from Toronto. So I generally don't play Toronto much, usually once a year, maybe twice a year at the most, which is fine by me. I mean, it's a big city. I kind of think for me, and the way a lot of the contracts are written now at my level of the game, is I end up doing, a show in a city, and then I can't play there again for like 6 months. So it's forced me to travel more, but that's a great thing. I might not have come to Ohio otherwise, you know what I mean? So I don't mind those types of specifics written in the contracts. And that's the same with Toronto. Like I'll only be there maybe twice a year at the most because of the contracts. But I love the city I get to live in. I think Kingston is a really great city, and I can have a house here, a mortgage here. I raised a child here. She's 20 now. And I was able to do music full time, 21 years I've been doing it. And I'm not sure there's many cities out there you can do that in. And I think it's really hard in Toronto because of the overhead. Like a lot of the big cities, it's a lot more expensive to live there. So I just, I do love the scene in Canada. I think there's a lot to offer, both Canadian artists and international artists, and our funding helps too. I haven't been able to really fully get involved in the funding side of things, but that's okay. There's time. It'll happen.
Fair enough. That's definitely like me. This is sort of like a new realm of learning the opposite side. Well, opposite side of the lake, actually. Because it's not like it's that far away.
No, it's not. No, I mean, you could really throw a stone and you wouldn't be too far across the lake from us.
So it's that sort of like thing of, well, where do you start, with that?
I played Rochester International Jazz Festival, for instance, and It's so funny because Rochester's so close by, but it still takes 3.5 hours to get to or something because I have to go all the way around the lake.
Oh, fair. But we'll sort of go from there so what do you like the most about going on tour?
I enjoy, let me think here. I enjoy meeting people. I guess that's the number one thing. I think, I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy traveling, but I travel so much. I don't need to be on the road that much if I got to choose personally, for fun. But for work, it's different. You go where you have to go. But I'd like to have a little more time. But the people always make it worth it. That's really ultimately what it comes down to. The people make it worth it, and I don't ever want to feel ungrateful or seem ungrateful for the fact that I get to do this for a living. I think it's a real gift, and I think it's a real gift.
Not fair in that. But what has been out of your current tours and that, what's been the most favorite one out of the most, or the one that sticks out the most?
Let me think. Well, gosh, there's so many. You know, I played a really special house concert in like Windsor area, which is near Detroit. It's on the Canadian side though. And it was somebody's personal home. They have a stage set up on their property in an outbuilding, and their home was really beautiful. We stayed in their home, my tour manager and I, and they were so gracious and they were so kind, and the space was so beautiful, and the audience was so awesome. You know, like people were really generous, and so I made money, but I also, you know, met so many great people, and that was really special.
I gotcha. Very good. But so what would be your dream, like, tour of all time that, let's say, hey, I would go and it would stand out, or how? Let me sort of rephrase that. Your sort of like dream tour that you would absolutely like love to do.
My dream tour. Oh, that's a good question. I like that. I would say, you know, a tour where I can bring my band, my full band, and that's kind of a different way maybe of answering this than you would expect, but I don't often get to take them all on the road with me for all my shows. And like I have a West Coast band who I also love. But like my Ontario band, who's my main band, sometimes I don't get to take them out like overseas and stuff. And I'm really working on that. I would love to be able to take them more places so we can make more memories together and experience the world together. They're my family. They're an extension of family for me. So some of them I played with for 20 years, you know, and so it's a really special relationship I have with them. My favorite places to play are anywhere where the people are nice, which, believe it or not, is everywhere. I think there's always nice people everywhere. But I would love to spend some more time in Italy. I really love Italy, and I've only got to tour there kind of, you know, limited. And I would love to, you know, tour more California. I have a best friend down there, so I'd love to tour more down there.
Not fair. That's what I was going to actually sort of hint at, too. See where... But, also, if you could play at one major stage anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, I like that. Well, we have Massey Hall here in Toronto, which I have played, and I do love that stage. It's a very special room. Canada has some really great stages. You know, I've never been to Royal Albert Hall in the UK, and I have a friend who opened for Gregory Porter there this year. She did 4 shows with Gregory Porter opening for him, and that looked pretty special. And my husband's played Royal Albert Hall as well, so I think I'm going to say that.
Not fair. I get it. So from that standpoint of, do you want to jump to another track?
Sure.
Your choice.
Let's choose Solid Ground, which is a song I wrote for my daughter almost 20 years ago, but I'm really excited to have it on this record. And yeah, I really love what the producer did with this. I think he did some really special stuff.
And here we go.
I know it's a wicked world in which we live, with no Superman around to save the day. I won't tell you, baby, things are looking up, but I'll do my best to teach you brighter way. I can't promise I will always When your road is full of potholes and dead ends, please remember that to thine own self be true. When you feel your world beginning to break down, find your way back to the place where I have laid some solid ground. In the eye of the beholder, it's a castle, it's a field, or it's a state of mind. Like the sun, you just shine brighter, ever growing with the changes and the passing time. It's survival of the fittest, people say, but that couldn't be much further from the truth. It's the souls we call the weak ones that are brave, with the burdens of the world as their weight. May you be so strong. In the moments you feel weak, know there will be some solid ground. Oh, and when you hear this song, know forever and for always there will be some solid ground for you. Love, love, rescue me. Hold back the river and part the sea. 'Cause I know change is the devil.
Nice. So, I'll go this aspect of. So, who was that one that one person that inspired you along your journey getting into music, that meant the world to you?
That would be Suzanne Pasternak. She was my music mentor, and she passed away in 2023. But one of the songs that she wrote, Smith's Bay Drowning, is on my new record. And yeah, she was a huge influence. She was my best friend's mom, and she became another mom to me. And she had a really extensive and varied career as an artist, and was very inspirational and wise when I needed wisdom, you know. Always had great advice, and yeah, I loved her very much. I still do. I miss her a lot.
Oh, I can imagine. I gotcha. So, what is your favorite part of doing this industry?
Well, I know I sound like a broken record, but it really is the people. I love talking to people, you know, when I do interviews, when I'm at shows, talking to people after the show at the merch table, and people tell me stories, how they feel connected to my music, things like that. I think are what really sets this industry apart, you know. Music is music. It's, you know, a taste thing, but nice people are nice people. It's a really special part of this industry, and it's never lost on me that I'm lucky to have the opportunity to meet all these different people from all over the world.
Now, sort of lead with this of, if it was someone new that was just starting off in this industry, what would be, if they came and asked for advice, what would you give, or what would you sort of tell them?
That's a great question. And I do get asked this. From time to time, I have emails that come around and they ask me for advice. And it's a pretty big topic, because there's so many. I really wear a lot of hats, not just this one. And so because of that, I find, to sum it up, I generally say, follow your gut. Don't let your ego rule you. Definitely. Always be open to learning from people who might know better, but also do what you want to do in this industry. Like, everybody's journey is different. No two journeys are the same. And you do have to work hard. You do have to put in time on so many different levels, not just in the artistic side of things. It's like, it's running a business. But I think when you're true to yourself, you really have an opportunity to have a long and exciting career that is fulfilling, and that you feel good about at the end of the day. I was offered contracts earlier in my career that I never took, and I'm so glad I never took them. It wasn't the right call. And I feel I have zero regrets on that, and I feel a great sense of gratitude that I get to still do this. And I think what I offer people when they ask for advice in this industry is really just love it. If you love it, then you're doing the right thing.
Not fair. It's like, at first you were sort of doing it, I'm assuming, independently a lot prior. So how long have you...
independent for 21 years. Yeah, independent.
Oh, so it's more been recently you got with Gypsy.
Gypsy Soul, I signed with them in August. So it's brand new.
Yeah, I missed that in reading about it.
It's funny because it's, not often you hear about older acts like myself, and I'm 44. I've been doing this a long time. I think you don't hear about artists like us signing with labels as much, and I really credit them to the work they've put into this record, and how it's and just seeing how when you have a team like that, where things can go. I've had a manager for over 10 years, Gord Hunter, here in Canada, and he's awesome. And one of the reasons why that works so well is there's a lot of flex. I can do a lot of things on my own that I want to do on my own, that I don't want to have to talk to somebody about. I just want to do. But then there are times when I really need that other person. And Gord is always there, and he's always got great advice, and he's a sounding board, and he's a confidant, and a shoulder to cry on, and a person to celebrate with. He's always my first call to celebrate, and that's pretty special too.
No, it definitely is. Definitely makes it a lot more easier to go through everything, because like this industry, well, your industry, even sort of like being at the opposite end in that of sort of the media-ish side of it, is it's like, it takes a lot. It does. It takes almost like a village.
It really does. So it's so funny you say that, Jeremiah, because my little saying is, it takes a village to raise a me. And I really feel that way. And the listeners to my music are part of the village, and everybody who buys a ticket to a show or spins a tune or does an interview or books a show or promotes a show, everybody's a part of the village. And now I have a bigger village because I have Gypsy Soul Records, and wow, as you know, they're very special, very unique, and they come to the table with a lot of insight and skill and heart, which is the heartbeat of this industry, the people who are passionate about it, and that's what I get from them as well.
Oh, definitely. One thing I forgot, even in the way beginning of that, so what was that first instrument that you ever played?
Piano. Yeah, I took lessons from the time I was 7, I want to say, to into my teenage years, and so it's my first instrument. I would say before voice. That's how I usually describe it. I'm a better singer, but the piano is a huge piece of the puzzle for me for career music.
Not fair. Yeah, I forgot about that in the way beginning part of it, and that I don't normally always try to do that like the way beginning. Just came to that realization. It's like I never said anything of that.
Yeah, it's not every singer plays instruments, but I play guitar and I play piano. Piano's my first one.
Fair enough. So, I'll sort of go way out there of. So, in 5 years, what are you hoping to accomplish in your career?
In 5 years, again, the awards are important to me. Playing bigger venues in certain parts of the world would be fantastic. Creating a bigger income. I would like to make more money, and I say that with all the respect in the world of this industry. It's hard to make a living, and I've made a living, but it's been fairly modest. And even with success, doesn't necessarily come money. So I would like to get better at the business side. That really comes down to me. I don't blame anybody else for that. That's a me thing. So I want to dial that in more. I want to work harder. I want to get better at what I do. I want to be a better live performer. And I want to meet more people and play more places.
Very nice. I always sort of do those different things, like the 1 year thing, and that it's sort of that good thing to see in the video and have people look back on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
My sort of secret little hints that I sort of throw in of if you're looking over, in the past and that to sort of see, hey, did you accomplish that or not? Well, it's more them, but yeah.
Good point.
Going through, but so I know we have a few more in that minutes before you got to jump over to another interview and that. So, out of your new album, what was that one song that stands out the most out of it? That you would go and say, this is the album.
So the title track, "The Medicine," is really important because it's the album was kind of built around that title track. The album it needed a proper platform, and so that's why I put this song on the record and why I named the album "The Medicine." And it's about the overdose crisis in this world, but specifically North America is what I'm most familiar with and in tune with, and it's an epidemic. It's a major crisis, and we need to acknowledge it. We need to acknowledge the families that go through hardship and loss of their loved ones because of this huge issue, this huge illness. And I don't have the answers. I don't know how that happens. All I can do is offer a song to make people feel like they're being acknowledged and that they know that we care, I care, and other people care for the people going through this. And it's devastating stuff. It's a devastating topic, but I really believe this album is the platform that holds this song gently for people to hear it among a lot of hopeful music. But it acknowledges a tough topic, but then creates a sense of hope, hopefully, in community.
And hopefully, in a way, sort of solve of we actually want to address this current issues and that in the world.
Mm-hmm. It's good to talk about these things,
No, completely. That's what I was sort of thinking in like reading and seeing like the album's name of, then listening. It's like I was thinking it, but it was sort of that one question I want to sort of throw in there is sort of see if I was sort of gearing that right. So it's good to know I was sort of thinking it.
You got it. You got it right. That's the one.
And that. So from here and that, because I know you got to jump off and that. And it's been a pleasure in that. Love your stuff and that, new stuff. I definitely had to dig back, though, about the Prince, or was it Prince Doctor?
Oh, the Spin Doctor.
Or Spin Doctor, my bad. God, why was I blanking on that?
That's okay. I have a lot of history on the internet, so
I got to dig back to that.
Good luck.
So we'll go play Stand Together, Band Together, and that, and we'll be done.
Thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
No, it's been a pleasure. It's good stuff. Keep up the work in that. Definitely send over and that, or have Paula send over anything new in that, whether you release new singles and that. We'll get them on.
Thanks, Jeremiah. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, you too. Thanks so much for your time today.
Jagger knows you can easy work if you can share the load. It takes more than one hand to build this road. Stand together, band together, keeping this in mind. You can talk it up until you're out of time. It takes more than one man to stop that climb. Stand together, band together. Every Jagger knows you can learn to love if you can learn to hate. It takes more than one man to move that way. Stand together, band together, keep an open mind. You can talk it up until you're out of time. It takes more than one thought to get behind. Stand together, band together. You know and I know and they know and we know and everybody here knows. We got to get it together. 'Cause this is the moment of changing. The children are watching and waiting. We got to show them together. Stronger than ever. Every Jagger knows you can ease the work if you can ease the pain. It takes more than one thing to make that change. Stand together, band together. Politics aside, we are equal souls in the eyes of time. It takes more than one star to light that sky. Stand together, band together. Everybody here knows we got to get it together. 'Cause this is a moment of change and the children are watching and waiting. We've got to show them together. We're stronger than ever. Stand there, here. Stand there, here. Stand together, stand together. We stand together. There's strength in numbers to help each other. Stand together, stand together. We stand together. There's strength in numbers. Help each other. Stand together, stand together.